Mike Kavanaugh with HIVHero.org and HERONEWS.org, and I'm here with the incredibly amazing Ray Mercer.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Michael. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely, and you are our holiday Broadway hero, which is very extra special.
Wow.
Do you have any New Year's resolutions?
I try not to make them because I'm not good at keeping them. So, I don't know. Just keep living my best life, I guess. You know, that's always a good one.
All right, well, we were just discussing how busy you are. It's really amazing, your career. So 14 years, going to be 15 at the Lion King. How is it possible to keep it going on stage and being happy and not getting bored?
You know, I still enjoy my job. I love the Lion King. I do. It's a great show. I work with talented people, great people. So that part's not the hard part. You know, there's some struggle sometimes. You know, it's a very physical show. It's hard on your body. But, you know, the people, the organization, the company, you know, they have all been very, very good to me. So it's, you know, that part is easy. You know, the other stuff, the outside stuff, all the choreography and, you know, and the other commissions that I have to do, that gets a little complicated. I have to schedule my time. Time is always my worst enemy.
When did you get your big break?
I would say my biggest break happened, I was living in Chicago, and I randomly heard about the Lion King audition. That was 15 years ago. And so I decided to go. Arrived, there were probably 100 guys there. And I said, okay, you know, I'll give it a shot. 2 hours later, and there was 5 guys there. And 3 hours later, it was just me left, you know, out of 100 guys. So, you know, that day in the summer of 2002, when I got that gig for Lion King, probably was, I would say, my big break. Because it opened up so many opportunities for me.
Yeah, and it's your Broadway debut, and it's amazing. It's very exciting.
New York, being here in New York, meeting amazing talent and having access to amazing talent as a choreographer has been a huge blessing.
You know, the reason I know about you and now why you're sitting here is I attended Pure Motion, which was this amazing choreography extravaganza, like 10 pieces that were all gorgeous, and you did all the choreography and got all the dancers. It was one of the most beautiful events I've ever been to, I have to say.
Wow, thank you so much, Michael. That is one, you know, as a choreographer, you have those times in your career where, you know, you feel like, wow. And that last February was one of my wow moments, you know, thanks to Broadway Cares and Lion King and even the dancers within the community who came together for that fundraiser at the Ailey School was really, really amazing.
Yeah. Lots of our Broadway heroes, Josh Green and Brandon Leffler, and you know, amazing people.
Yes, Josh Green, he's an amazing dancer and such a beautiful person. I was really, really fortunate to have such a talented cast. They were amazing dancers.
And all the money went to Broadway Cares, and we love Broadway Cares Equity Fights Aid, so please donate to them at BroadwayCares.org. Also, you do so much for Broadway Cares, and it's amazing. So you've choreographed for Gypsy of the Year, won several awards for your work. Why do you do that every year? How do you fit it all in?
Fitting it all in, you know, you tend to do the things that you want to do, and every year I always put that on my calendar because it's so important to me. It's an organization that has reached so many people around the world, and if I could lend my artistic, you know, vision to anything that Broadway Cares does, I'm always there. They're like family to me. Tom Viola and Denise Herlin and Chris Davis and you know, all of those over there who have done so much for me choreographically. It's really good to give back.
Yeah. And I just want to do a shout out to Tom Viola. We honored him at our Broadway and Ballet Hero Awards with
He's a great guy.
Amazing.
Amazing spirit.
And Denise Herlin and Nathan Herlin saved us with the Marley floor. Thank you for lending that to us. I don't know, we couldn't have done the show without you. But one of the things I wanted to mention was Ray. I approached him and kind of begged him and pleaded and hoped that he would do an opening number for us, and it was just beautiful. What inspired you for that number? It was just energetic and gorgeous and tough.
Yeah, it was very tough. That's what the dancers say. But I wanted to do it. You know, I really did. And when you came to me, you know, I didn't have a second thought. I knew some dancers that were willing to do it, and we wanted to produce an opening number that was exciting for the event. And, you know, the dancers came through. It was really, we had a good time doing it. And it was an amazing event. You had some really good dancers there.
Yeah, it was really awesome. And, now because of you, that's how we're opening the show with an opening number. So you are number one, baby.
Okay. Thank you.
So, Ray, you also work with Alvin Ailey Dance Company. What do you do for them?
I've been a resident choreographer for the Ailey School for the past 6-7 years now. I do the summer intensive for the Ailey School every year, and I just recently choreographed the work on Ailey 2 last year. So that's another organization that has been really good to me.
What's a secret that very few people know about you?
I have a guilty pleasure. And it's Dance Moms. I don't know why that Abby Lee. I'm obsessed with her.
Are you kidding? Did you see what happened this week?
I did. She is. There's something. Okay. There's something about that. I don't know. I'm almost embarrassed to ever say, but I cannot get enough of Dance Moms. I love that show.
So, Ray, as you know, we're a site for newly diagnosed and people living with HIV. Do you have a message for young people about the importance of safe sex practices?
Yeah, I think it's so important, especially in this day and age where it's sex and it's so accessible. I think it's so accessible, and I think to young people out there, it's so important. I mean, and I think it carries such, when you think about sexually transmitted diseases and HIV, sometimes it carries a stigma. But I think the more we talk about it, and we communicate about it, and the easier it is for young people, I mean all people actually, to get out there and not only to get tested, but to protect themselves. I think the most important thing that we have is communication and to talk about it. Things that you do with Hero and Broadway Cares, those types of organizations where it makes it accessible for people who need help, one, or just maybe need to figure out how to communicate about what it is, what HIV is to them, or what sex is to them. I think it's important to communicate.
Yeah. I like to say that we have all these new tools which are fantastic. PrEP is a great weapon against HIV, and I think everyone should be on it. But keep in mind that all other STDs numbers are going way up, gonorrhea and syphilis and all these things. So my advice always is to always use PrEP, always use protection. And then if you're in a committed relationship and get tested together, then you can explore other things. But safe sex first. And listen, in my day, back in the old days, we had to actually talk to people and use our personalities. There wasn't an app for all this. Right. So make sure when you're, talking that you engage in people and communicate. Absolutely. And not just be a text queen. Absolutely. Okay?
A text queen. That's a new one.
I think I just invented that.
I've never heard of that before. That's a great one, Michael.
Don't be a text. Right. Don't be a text queen.
A text queen.
So, Ray, our slogan is condoms are hot. Do you think condoms are hot?
Condoms are hot. They are so sexy. Condoms are so sexy.
So, Ray, what advice would you give to up-and-coming people trying to break into the business?
My first advice, I get this question all the time. There's no easy way. There isn't. There is no easy way. You have to do the work. You have to. And if it's something that you are so passionate about, I would suggest that you just do the work. Networking is crucial. Surround yourself by like-minded people who are in the business, who are doing it. And also be specific. What is it that you want to do? Young dancers and actors and singers. I want to be on Broadway, but what does that mean? What does that entail? Classes and voice lessons and those types of things. You have to be prepared because it's a beast here. It really is.
So, Ray, I want to thank you so much for being our Broadway Hero of the Month for the holidays, which is the most coveted one.
Thank you so much. It was an honor and a pleasure. Thank you so much for this. And, I really appreciate all that you've done and do for the community. I am so honored that you had me here today. Thank you so much. Happy holidays.
Thank you, and happy holidays to you. Please, everyone, have a great holiday. Be safe, wrap it up, and enjoy each other and love each other. And remember how important we all are to each other.
Yep. Nebraska, and I am a Dr. Pepper fanatic. I drink it at least 3 or 4 or 5 cans a day, you know.
He's
But
got an 8-pack. I don't understand. Diet, I'm sure. Right?
no, it's not. I do. I have to have the real stuff.
Okay, so